What a twist! SSAK here, gonna be playing Protoss versus Effort in the bottom left. Guys, welcome to another replay cast. Going to be continuing our journey here with Effort in the lead up to ASL, some of his games from the ladder. Lot of talk between SSAK and Effort, man. I've watched some of these games between these two and they chat a lot. Actually, sometimes Effort failing to macro due to how much typing there is going on between the two of them. We'll see if that ends up happening this game. Already a lot of typing. You should be able to type and play at 400 APM. It's probably going to be fine, but feels like you should probably just play the game, right? Why not type to each other afterwards? I'm sure you can go into the chat room, but I guess they are on a ladder here, meeting just coincidentally. Gonna have a little banter back and forth before this game really gets underway. We're going for a hatch first here for our Zerg player Effort, and a Forge expansion here for our Terran Protoss buddy SSAK. Unfortunately, SSAK did not manage to make it into ASL this season. It was one of the big upsets, I think, of the qualifiers. Guy has been so strong on his on all these other tournaments in the KCM, in these games on Pro League and the like, but somehow choking or making a mistake or just getting eliminated by a strong player. I believe he was beaten the first week of the qualifier by Ivory, that new player that just barely made it in, who then actually beat Soma as well. So I mean, he was definitely on a hot streak that day. But SSAK, he got eliminated by somebody else in the second qualifier. A little bit sad. Honestly, I'm very sad about it. I wish that he would have made it in, but he's going to be practicing some Protoss here on the ladder. These guys are both very high up on the ladder, like 2600 pretty consistently. And they can play off race, you know, they don't just have to play their main race. They're absolutely capable of playing the other races at the highest level. And we're gonna see a bit of SSAK here playing Protoss. How is his Protoss versus Zerg? This is gonna be the matchup that he has the least practice in, for sure. As a Terran player, you're not gonna know the ins and outs of this very well, but it looks like a cannon gonna come down here. He knows, at least he knows the dirty tricks of Protoss. Now, he might not know the ins and outs completely, but he knows the filthy, nasty tricks that Protoss can pull off in this matchup. He's gonna build 2 cannons down here at least, and be an absolute nuisance to Effort in this game. I think this cannon is actually gonna finish before the hatchery finishes. We don't have any lings. We only got 2 lings here. We're going for a layer. We're getting out our drones, everything, and then he's laughing here, and then he sees the cannons. Uh-oh, lings are gonna make their way down here. I guess they're gonna make it just barely in time, though. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, good blocking, good blocking. He is gonna block pretty well. The cannon is just barely gonna finish. And there's the kills on those lings. Oh, it does indeed finish. Uh-oh, SSAK getting in here. He should probably put something else down here. Even a pylon would be good. Maybe another cannon there. A lot of lings being produced right now. Ling speed is about to finish up. Since he didn't block this, I think that Effort can clean this out. It will be close here. We're already at 300 HP. He's gonna pull the trigger at the very last possible moment. He goes after the weakened cannon, and he gets it, and he stops it. Very well done. Effort able to make it out of that situation kind of unscathed here. He did have to produce quite a lot of extra lings. He wasn't able to produce drones during that time from this hatchery. And, you know, those are all negatives, or things in the negative column, but in the end, he does manage to keep this alive, albeit with very low HP, and he will continue on in this game. This is a bad position now for SSAK, who was getting a little bit cocky there, I think. He was talking some smack, you could see in the chat logs there, but I don't think he's not talking too much now, is he? Pretty quiet over here, isn't it? After losing that cannon rush, he's not going to be saying too much anymore. With the 2 zealots out here now, the Lynx cannot run by. 2 cannons here as well. And we're gonna get into a longer game, albeit with SSAK at a heavy disadvantage. 2 Starport or 2 Stargate Corsair here has come out. We've got some Scourge on the way. Do we have any Mutas? No Mutas. Hydras are gonna be coming out here for our good friend Effort. Effort is going to be pumping out Hydras here, and it will be an excellent counter to this mass Corsair play. Gonna get these Hydra muscular augments very quickly. He's gonna make a couple of creep colonies as well. I think at least one of these will become a spore colony. And yes, we do have 1 spore on the way, although I don't think it's gonna be quite in time to save these overlords. Hydras will pop out and begin to deal that damage. Start to pick away at these Corsairs. They are gonna get... Oh, he got 1 Corsair. Look at that. He killed 1 Corsair. That's really, really big. Another Corsair actually gets forced back. Only 2 overlords have been killed so far. So not bad. Really not too bad. He's going to produce a couple of overlords all at this base. This is his overlord production facility now. And he'll be able to get back into droning here pretty soon. That's really what you want to do in this situation, is when you see your opponent has gone for double Stargate, you want to get the bare necessity of defenses to stop losing overlords, and then the most important thing is just to go for as many drones as possible. So he's going to be popping out a lot of drones here soon. He's got those Hydras. This is enough Hydras now to where these Corsairs are going to do no damage whatsoever. So drones are now in the production tab with 5 coming up. He's going to jump up to about that 40 to 45 drone count, where you can really start to crank out the Hydras. And we haven't seen a 6 hatchery just yet, so I'm a little surprised at that. We might see another gas geyser taken and him go immediately into Lurker, and there it is. Lurker is on the way. Lurker coming up here means that he's going to be a little bit more defensive. He may want to take an earlier 4th base. He's not going to try and, you know, run up here and bust anything. We don't have any Templar out for quite a while though, so this is a reasonable plan. Just stay behind your Sim City. The Zealots are not going to be able to do too much to you there, and there's not going to be any Templar. Oh my god, what is happening? No. No, Effort, what are you doing, my friend? What are you doing? He's heading over towards the natural, and Zealots are just running in. SSAK types GG. Oh my god, it's so painful. No. Question mark from our Zerg. He's got to be steaming mad right now. Overlord needs to move up here. We've got a Dark Templar out. A lot of Hydras are going down here. We're going to have to use picture-in-picture to capture everything. Zealots are going down in the main. We've got quite a few drones still. Not too many have been killed as of yet, but so much damage has been done. These Zealots are not actually doing anything right now, aside from just kind of chilling here in the main. More Hydras are going to pop out shortly to start to clean this up, but he may end up losing his Spire. With the Spire going down, he's not going to be able to produce Scourge to actually counter these Corsairs here. More question mark pings coming out. They're laughing, or SSAK is laughing at Effort right now. Lurkers are being morphed, but it's way too little too late. These Zealots have done so much damage. They're down to 35 drones. Pulling the drones here, not mining right now. And SSAK has held back at his front. Looks like lurkers are being morphed. We're gonna have a robo coming up here. Finally, he does get rid of this. He's gonna counterattack once again, just running across the map with everything he has left. 35 drones is enough to keep producing, but it's not enough for the long term. You need more than this. Lurker's gonna run up here to the front and burrow, but the Overlord goes down immediately here. Armor is on the way. +1 is done. Hydras here in the middle of the map are gonna get pushed back. Some Hydras down here are gonna pop out soon. For the defense, another lurker here in the natural. Looks like a lot of zealots gonna come in through here. No, just 3 zealots blocking with the Hydra. Very nice move. He's gonna lose 1 drone, maybe a couple more, but the Hydras are gonna be able to clean this up, and the Corsairs will be pushed back once again. Lurker here defending against these couple of zealots. Lurkers at the front are dealing their damage. Overlords are way over here in the bottom right hand corner. Is he gonna end up losing a whole bunch of them? I think he might. These are probably gonna get found here. He needs to evade this right now. Overlords, there they are. He found them. No scourge can be made. All these overlords are gonna go down. GG. You type GG again? Okay. I think this is a GG. At least that one is one that I see a lot used for GG. I'm not 100% sure on that. Yikes. Very frustrating game here for Effort. He's still in it though. He's still in it. Gotta remember, this is not SSAK's main race. He's not playing Terran right now, so there's always the opportunity. Maybe we could come back here. Oh, we killed an observer. Hey, not bad. Not bad at all. And it wasn't another observer that was in production here. It was a shuttle. So he's not going to have another observer for quite some time. Corsairs all over the place. We still haven't supply blocked ourselves here. This is pretty rough. Really need to produce a lot more overlords here to get this production rolling once again. I'm surprised he's got this many Hydras at this base, plus lurkers. Seems a little bit overkill. I'd love to see just like a spore and a sunken right there, and then just send everything else out to help with this contain, because you know it does cost it costs money to build that spore and sunken, but hey, it feels like it costs a lot more to keep this many units back at home, not have them with the main army. That's just my 2 cents, but we've got a Templar and Dark Templar here ready to come in and deal some damage, some economic damage here to Effort if he gets the chance. So far, just sharking around with these Corsairs, looking to find out where the army is. 1 kill on this Dark Templar. I think that might have been a drone. Drone possibly sent out to take this 4th base. Not going to be able to find that 4th though just yet. There's the DT. I think that's going to get sniped. There we go. DT does get picked off, and a 4th should come down here shortly. Quite a lot of units ready for SSAK. Is he going to start to push out here soon? Here comes the drop coming in, but there's so many Hydras here. I think he just shuts this down completely. Let's see if he even comes in. He tries to come in. Does turn around immediately here. Not a good spot to try and dive in. We've got another Spire on the way, so eventually he will be able to deal with this. This is one of the big things that Protoss can do to abuse Zerg when they get into a situation like a run by into the main. When you just go after that Spire, it makes life so difficult for the Zerg player. It makes these drops incredibly effective against them as well. He's got to have Hydras and lurkers everywhere right now, because he's just not sure when the drops are going to come in and start to deal that damage. Lurker egg here, going to buy a little bit of time. More lurkers being morphed over here though. He needs to start spreading out lurkers and not allowing himself to get stormed on high ground like this. You can't have everything sitting up here on high ground. You need to be spread out at this point in the game. Hydras coming up here, lurkers coming from the left hand side. They are pretty stacked though. Zealots taking a lot of damage from these lurkers. No observer with this army? Are you kidding me? Where's the observer? Okay, there it is. Observer is coming out here now. Hydras being pushed away. Lurkers here should be mopped up by these Dragoons, but he's actually pushing southward, moving towards this base. I think this is a bit of a mistake. Lurkers should set up. Lurkers should actually set up. No, not run in. Okay, Lurkers run in and die. Hydras here coming from the left-hand side are very much choked up. These storms should be insane. Storm here on all of these. Oh, he doesn't have the energy. He's got one storm, but that is it. Hydras here getting ripped apart on that high ground. They are going to run forward, though. Kill this Templar, and without the Templar, I don't think you can break up this ramp. So at least he got rid of the possibility of the Templar coming in and dealing that really significant damage. Some DTs making their way over here. This storm drop is going to be really, really brutal. Here it comes. Storm missed. Okay. Completely missed there. We're going to get some Scourge coming out here soon. The Dragoons are coming in once again. They don't really have much support, though. Hydras are being surrounded, so they're not going to do too well, but eventually the Hydras are going to surround these Dragoons here, and that's going to be bad for the Protoss. There's a storm. It does land on one Hydra, but Hydra's coming from all directions. They're going to clean up a lot of these Dragoons. Oh my goodness. Every Dragoon ends up going down, and the Observers as well. GG types effort once again. How many times have they typed GG back and forth to each other? Quite a lot of BM going back and forth here. Quite a lot of laughing at each other's errors. And GG is typed for real here. SSAK taps out and effort is victorious. Why, oh why did SSAK push into this area? There was no hatchery. And he only had Dragoons and no Templar. If only he had stayed back and defended that base. But that's the types of errors you make when you're not familiar with your race. When you're playing off race, you know, you do things like attack with only Dragoons when you're double expanding and your opponent doesn't even have a fourth yet. That's a little bit sus, but hey, it is what it is. SSAK, he tried his best. He BM'd the hell out of effort too. And, you know, he got some good damage going. It's just little errors in judgment end up winning effort the game there. And effort, solid win, taking some revenge on SSAK, giving him a bit of that medicine. And it's a bitter pill to swallow here. It's a tough nut to swallow, as Shun would say, for our player SSAK. But guys, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.